There was a boy who could do anything. He was smart, creative, talented. Everyone said he would become something great, but he didn't. He failed. And the boy who sat next to him in class, the average one, he became everything people said the talented boy would be. This is why. His name was Rohan, 17 years old, top of his class. He could solve problems faster than anyone. He could write beautifully. He could learn anything in half the time. Teachers loved him, parents praised him, friends admired him. But Rohan had a problem. He never finished anything. He'd start a project with excitement, then lose interest halfway. He'd practice guitar for a week, then quit. He'd promise himself he'd wake up early, then sleep in. Because everything came easy to him, he never learned to push through when things got hard. He thought talent was enough, and for a while it was. But then life got harder, and talent, it wasn't enough anymore. In the same class, there was another boy. His name was Anil. Anil wasn't special. He wasn't the smartest, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't naturally gifted at anything. But Anil had something Rohan didn't. He showed up every single day. When Rohan skipped practice, Anil stayed late. When Rohan got bored and quit, Anil kept going. When Rohan relied on talent, Anil relied on discipline. Years passed. Rohan coasted through school on natural ability, but he never built anything real. He started 10 businesses, finished none. He learned 5 skills, mastered none. He had 100 ideas, executed none. And slowly, people stopped believing in him. He became known as the guy with potential, the guy who could have been something, the guy who never was. Meanwhile, Anil became a successful engineer, not because he was brilliant, but because he finished what he started. One day, Rohan saw Anil at a coffee shop. Anil looked happy, confident, fulfilled. Rohan walked over. They talked. "You made it," Rohan said quietly. "I always thought I'd be the one." Anil smiled, not to mock him, but with understanding. "You want to know the difference between us?" Anil asked. Rohan nodded. Anil pulled out a small notebook, worn, filled with handwritten notes. He opened it. Page after page. Small tasks, completed. Finish chapter 3, done. Practice coding for 1 hour, done. Apply for internship, done. Nothing spectacular, just consistency. Anil looked at Rohan. Talent is a spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps burning when the spark fades. He closed the notebook. "You had the spark, Rohan, but you never built the fire." Rohan went home that night and sat in his room. He looked around. Unfinished books, half-completed projects, abandoned dreams. All his talent wasted, because he never learned the most important lesson. Talent gets you started, discipline gets you finished. He thought about all the times he quit because something got boring, all the times he gave up because it got hard, all the times he told himself, "I'll do it tomorrow." Tomorrow never came. But Anil didn't wait for motivation. He didn't wait to feel inspired. He just showed up every day, no excuses, and that's why he won. Rohan made a decision that night. He would start small, just like Anil. No grand plans, no huge goals. Just one thing, every day, finished. The next morning, Rohan wrote in a new notebook, "Wake up at 6 a.m. Done. It wasn't impressive, but it was a start. The day after, read 10 pages. Done. Then, work on project for 30 minutes. Done. Slowly, something shifted. He wasn't relying on talent anymore. He was building discipline. And for the first time in his life, he was finishing what he started. 6 months later, Rohan had completed more than he had in the past 5 years, not because he suddenly became more talented, but because he learned what talent alone could never teach him. Consistency beats brilliance. Discipline beats inspiration. The person who finishes beats the person who starts. The world is full of talented people who never made it, because talent without work is just wasted potential. But average people with discipline, they build empires. They change lives. They win, not because they're special, but because they don't quit. Rohan learned the hard way. Talent opens doors, but only discipline walks through them. And the person who keeps walking, even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when no one is watching, that's the person who reaches the destination. So here's the truth. You might be talented, you might be smart, you might have potential, but none of that matters if you don't finish. The graveyard is full of people with potential. The world belongs to those who show up. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop relying on talent to carry you. Start small. Finish one thing today. Then finish another tomorrow, and another the day after. That's how average people win. Not through brilliance, through discipline. Your talent will fade, but your discipline, that will carry you for life.